Look out! Oh, just look where you want to go. Look where you want to... Every night now, for years, I have a recurring dream whenever I sleep. It's a nightmare. I dream that instead of it being a regular season at the Driver Rehabilitation Center, all of the most dangerous drivers we've ever had are back for one terrifying showdown. I'm talking about people like One-Eyed Kevin.
Kevin, who possesses a glass eye,
Red.
was named Canada's worst driver in Season 8 of our series. Someone else who haunts my slumbering thoughts is over-analytical Michael from Season 2.
Don't hit her, man. That's my mother.
Crud! That was rotten and totally unjustifiable.
Sly from Season 7 was such a bad driver.
Whoa!
I'm unable to sleep a wink when memories of him cross my mind.
I guess it's really important to know where one's wheels are, eh?
You are correct, sir.
And then there's Shelby from Season 3.
We're gonna do this.
Shelby is a sweetheart of a guy, but his driving would cause anyone nightmares. And then there's the woman who's so terrifying, she's probably ruined your sleeping patterns.
Look at ya.
Dale from Season 6.
Hey!
I was chasing you.
Out of the car. Get out of the car.
Fans of our show keep asking me to bring those people back to the Driver Rehabilitation Center so we can see which one of them is the worst driver of all time.
See, I didn't see it ever.
If that nightmare ever actually became a reality, we'd have to change the name of the show that I host to Canada's Worst Driver Ever. They're behind me, aren't they?
Here at the Driver Rehabilitation Center, we have 4 experts on staff. Tim Danter is our head driving instructor. Shamila Kiru is our resident therapist. And Cam Woolley handles the legal questions. But it's our high-performance driving instructor, Philippe Laterno.
Let go of the gas. Swing one direction, the other direction.
Who is teaching Canada's worst drivers ever how to do a super exciting reverse 180-degree spin-out maneuver.
Let go of the gas. Small change, big change. Back into drive. We're out of there.
Philippe breaks it down for Michael.
We need to create what I call a pendulum effect. When you let go of the gas, the weight will shift to the back wheels.
Letting go of the gas slows the vehicle down suddenly. That deceleration lurches the vehicle's weight to the rear. Steering slightly one way gets the car's now lighter front end turning off balance. Steering hard in the opposite direction makes the car's suspension sort of slingshot the sedan into the pendulum effect, which is so intense the front tires lose their grip on the road and the entire front end swings completely around.
You let go of the gas one way, swing the other way, put it in drive, and we're out of there.
When bad drivers attempt the maneuver,
Small change, big change. Brake. Okay.
there are some very understandable mishaps.
Holy hell.
Okay.
But before long,
Nice.
everyone not only succeeds in doing a 180-degree reverse flick,
One change, big change.
Everyone becomes confident in their ability to do a reverse flick.
Yes. You gonna pass your challenge?
I'm going to pass this challenge.
Here we go.
All right.
For the challenge, Canada's worst drivers ever will take our rapidly deteriorating Camaro through this wide lane and into this super wide spin-out zone, where the maneuver that I learned 5 years ago will take place. Have I remembered what I was taught in the rehab center? We're about to find out. Here we go. Ooh, that's a fast start. Oh yeah, just like that, baby. I remember the steps on my first attempt. Canada's worst drivers will each get multiple attempts, but can they remember how to do a reverse 180 flick? Kevin will be the first bad driver to try. Kevin, first attempt. What do you think? I think he's going to oversteer on his first attempt and go straight into the field on the other side of the road. Here he goes, let's see. Okay, so I was wrong. He didn't go in the field over there.
That's not how I wanted my first attempt to go.
It's not how his boyfriend Lenny wanted it to go either.
Damn it all.
Let's see what he does this time. What he does is run into the lane barrier again. On his third attempt, Kevin realizes that he's been veering to his left, so he compensates to his right.
Oh, damn.
Deep breath with me.
Drivers will get 5 chances to pass this challenge, and Kevin predictably botches his fourth attempt.
Damn it.
Kevin, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ask me if I'm good.
You good?
No, I'm not good at all, Kevin. This is supposed to be a 180 reverse flick challenge, and you can't drive in a straight line. You know how that makes me feel? Not good. On Kevin's ultimate attempt, he finally decides to stop before hitting the barrier.
Whoa.
Instead of going back to the beginning, Kevin centers himself in the lane.
I'm gonna watch my mirror.
Then guns it.
Yeah!
Kevin passed, but failed a lot along the way.
He still got a lot to learn about looking in his rearview mirror and reversing.
I will admit that.
Michael's best friend, Eric, also wishes Michael would look in his mirror when reversing.
Dumb mistake. Very dumb.
On his second attempt, Michael once again focuses somewhere other than the road. This is turning into a can you drive in a straight line challenge.
I've noticed.
Michael's third run is ludicrously slow,
Not quite sure what I did wrong there.
and his fourth run is barely faster. Before his final attempt, Michael needs to de-stress. I understand. I feel that need all the time. Being here makes me incredibly tense. You're laughing, but I'm wondering how you get your license.
Okay, now close your eyes. Visualize what you're about to do.
If you've been here at the rehab center long enough, you understand what this sign language means. What it means, Eric is saying, you should never drive again. And Michael's saying, oh no, I love to go around and around my hometown driving wherever I feel like. And Eric's saying, no,
You should never drive again.
Mid-maneuver on his final attempt, Michael taps the brake, then stomps on the gas pedal.
What the hey?
Brake, 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 brake.
Why would he keep on going and going and then going? And then you see how he kept going after that part, and then he kept going. Why would he do that?
No, I fouled up. No argument.
Michael goes 0 for 5.
I didn't do so well.
When we come back, the rest of Canada's worst drivers ever. See if they can pass the reverse 180 flick challenge.
Freak!
Canada's worst drivers ever have learned how to do a Hollywood stunt driving maneuver called the reverse flick. Now, Canada's worst drivers ever are trying to do the maneuver in a contained space.
What the hey?
Shelby has his brother Elric in the passenger seat, and he wants me to hop in the back.
All right, let's do this, buddy.
Okay.
Before Shelby starts, I notice that with his foot on the brake, his leg is perfectly straight.
If your leg is locked like that and you run into something, boom, you can shatter either of these bones. And if you're really unlucky, you won't shatter either of them, and it'll push it all the way back. You'll shatter your hip.
Okay.
Big problem. Always keep a flexible knee.
Shelby has his seat now adjusted to the perfect position, but I don't think it's going to help him pass this challenge. But it does!
First try, Shelby!
Wow! Shelby passed! Which means we get to act like fools. We didn't do this maneuver the year Dale was on the show.
Did we do this the year you were here?
Yes, I think we did.
Dale's nephew Danny is used to her creative memory.
Here we go. Dale, off to a very stealth, careful start.
Truthfully, it's neither stealth nor careful at all.
What the hell?
Back at the start line, Dale is now coming unglued.
I jumped in with Shelby, and he got it on his very first try. Can I sit in the back seat with you?
For Dale to succeed, she clearly needs help.
Quarter turn one way, all the way the other way.
Quarter turn one way.
Quarter turn,
all
full
the
turn.
way to the
Quarter turn,
full
full
turn.
turn. And do you want us to say now when you get inside the box?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. We'll do that. Now means you're going to do what?
The maneuver?
Yeah, exactly. Quarter turn one way, all the way the other way.
You know, maybe I should try it by myself.
Shamla, what do you think about Dale's state right now?
I'm not sure that she can be a driver.
Dale quits the challenge.
I just can't.
I understand.
You do?
Yep. I understand. You okay?
Sly won't pass this challenge on his first attempt. At least that's my hunch.
Just a hunch. Just a small little hunch. Wow, he's going fast, though.
Faster than his brother-in-law Fred wants him to go.
Wow, that was highly exciting.
Well, I wasn't looking in my mirror. That's what happened, is I wasn't looking in my mirror. Wow.
Honestly, the reverse 180 maneuver does look cool, but it really isn't hard. I mean, Shelby did it on his first try. How hard can it be? How fast is he going? Fast enough to lose control.
I was looking in the mirror the whole freaking time. Well, how did that happen?
Yeah, I think he's looking at the mirror, not where he wants to go. You know, he is probably the worst guy at reversing I've ever seen here.
Okay, let's try this again.
Once again, Sly has no idea that he's going too fast.
Freak! Holy, now I'm the other side. What is wrong with me today?
It's the same thing that's wrong with Sly every day. He can't drive. Sly, run number 4. I don't feel good about it. Sly passes. But Fred's calling it a fluke.
Why are you calling it a fluke?
Tell me how you passed.
But it happened so quick that it's hard to kind of remember.
When we come back.
Oh, crap.
Canada's worst drivers ever. Parallel park a school bus.
It's better.
Parallel parking used to be mandatory when getting your driver's license. These days, though, new drivers don't have to demonstrate this basic technique. Here at the Driver Rehabilitation Center, we think that's ludicrous. To graduate from our academic institution, drivers must demonstrate parallel parking prowess. But not in a little tiny car like this. That would be way too easy. The nominees for Canada's worst driver ever will have to parallel park this 11-meter-long school bus in this 15-meter-long space. All right. Parallel parking a school bus. At the rehab center, we often talk about realigning a car laterally by driving forward with an S-turn. Parallel parking is simply realigning a car laterally by doing an S-turn in reverse. Doot-doot-doodle-doodle. There's a parking spot, and that's where I'll park. Parallel parking rules are regulated by municipalities. And in practically every Canadian city, the distance you must be from the curb to not get a ticket is 30 centimeters. Forward. So, to pass this challenge, that's how close drivers have to get. Aye? Michael understands that parallel parking is essentially
a reverse S-turn to straighten yourself out. So you will end up approximately here.
Understanding the theory of parallel parking is one thing.
And that was the curb.
Being able to execute that theory is another thing altogether.
That was the curb.
For this challenge,
curb.
Drivers will get 10 chances to park.
And I hit the curb.
And if they want to avoid hitting the curb,
that was the curb again.
They will have to use their mirrors.
And I just hit the curb again.
You must use your mirrors.
You follow the same rules as parking a little car. It should be easy.
Aside from using their mirrors to watch the curb, drivers will have to pay attention to front-end swing.
And I blew it.
And they'll have to be aware of the car that's behind them. Drivers will get 10 chances to pass this challenge. And before Michael's tempt the tempt, he wants to recite the Oath of the Blue Lantern.
In fear-filled days, in raging nights, with strong hearts full, our souls ignite. When all seems lost in the war of light, look to the stars, for hope burns bright. All will be well.
Onward. Michael goes onward. To epic failure. Michael reads his parking progress by feeling the bumps.
We can't drive by Braille.
Dale is up next.
So you do normally parallel park?
Yeah.
Yeah? Excellent.
On Dale's first attempt, she gets beside the space before starting the maneuver.
Where's your rear bumper, Dale?
Back there.
I know it's back there, but what's it lined up against? What's it close to? Is it near the car that you're trying to park behind?
No.
When Dale came back to rehab this year, she told our experts that since season 6, she's damaged many cars while parking.
Yes, I have had a couple of little ones in the parking lot.
Did you tell the other drivers this time?
I left a note. I left a note for my phone number, with my phone number.
You said that since being in rehab, you've damaged a few vehicles by parking badly, right? You've had to leave notes on them.
No.
Yeah, you told me you damaged other people's cars and you had to leave notes on them.
That was season 6.
Yes, you told me since being here this year.
Oh, did I say that? Well, then I did.
Dale's hard-hitting habit is known by her whole family.
That's why nobody wants to drive with her.
To keep Sly and every driver moving on this challenge,
Time's up.
we're giving them a 30-second time limit for each attempt.
Time.
And on each of his first 5 tries,
3, 2, 1. Time.
Sly doesn't even come close to backing up enough.
Sly, try, would you?
I am trying. I really am.
No, you are not trying.
When Sly does try going faster,
Oh, crap.
he either hits the curb or the car he's trying to park behind,
Oh, crap.
or he hits an incomprehensible angle.
I would say that that's parallel.
You're pointing that way.
Sly never even comes close to parking.
Came close, but you know what they say about close.
Yeah, you didn't.
Kevin becomes the 4th Canada's Worst Driver Ever nominee in a row to drive into the curb and then through the curb.
You hear that? Here, hitting something.
He might be blind from one eye, but he's not deaf.
When Kevin tries staring at his curbside mirror, he doesn't see what's happening on his driver's side rear corner. When we create challenges, we never want them to be so hard that no one passes.
Okay, I'm free of the Oldsmobile.
But when Kevin gets through all 10 of his parking attempts, we've had 40 failures in a row.
What have you hit now?
I have no idea.
Perhaps looking would help.
See, I need you to start using your mirrors. You see what we're talking about?
The final driver, Shelby, sometimes hits the curb.
Whoop.
Sometimes Shelby hits the car he's trying to park behind.
No, I've hit that car.
And sometimes Shelby parallel parks more than 2 meters away from his target.
I'm gonna have to try again.
Even though Shelby fails every attempt, he wants me to give him a pass for this almost perfect effort.
Did you hit the car behind us?
In Europe, you are allowed to touch the car behind you.
Shelby gets a European pass.
I'd say we never tell anybody about the car there.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
When we come back, Canada's worst drivers ever have to navigate their way around an icy corner.
I stared at the wall and I went straight through.
On the day that Canada's Worst Driver premiered last year, Kevin was driving in British Columbia.
Breaker, breaker, one guy. Anyone got their ears on? Copy.
When he came to an icy corner, he locked up his brakes, skidded into the ditch, and wound up with some serious injuries.
Whiplash to the upper neck,
muscle damage to my lower back and tailbone injury.
So, the next challenge for Canada's worst drivers ever will be to drive around an icy corner. But before they do that, we're going to teach them the proper way to do it. When Kevin skidded into the ditch, he was driving a car that had no ABS. ABS is a computerized anti-lock braking system. And if you have ABS, your vehicle will never skid. However, 50% of cars on Canadian roads still have traditional brakes that will cause the front wheels to lock up and skid whenever the brake pedal is forcefully hit.
We are now driving a non-ABS car, so no anti-lock braking system. All of a sudden, there's a deer in front of me. Whoa, I panic. No more steering is available.
Right.
And did we turn?
No, we hit the deer.
If you find yourself skidding towards an object, your instinct will be to stare at that object. And if you're staring at impending doom, you'll automatically stay on the brake. To release the brake, you have to look where you want to go.
Look, steer, release.
When it's Kevin's turn to try,
Okay.
he makes the same mistake that put him into the ditch last year.
And brake. What did we miss?
Steer.
No. Look at the steering. You did steer.
Oh, I did steer. I didn't release.
Exactly.
After a while,
Lock.
Kevin and all the bad drivers learn to look at the open road and release the brake.
Nice. You gonna pass this challenge?
Yes.
For the challenge, we've removed the ABS from our once shiny Camaro. Drivers will take it towards our icy corner at 50k an hour. If they make it around the bend, they pass. All right, icy corner. One critical part of this challenge is not speeding. That's 40, that's 50 right there. I slam on the brakes to slow down, then release them to turn. Just like that.
This is a really important challenge for Canadians that drive in the winter.
Kevin's recent accident on ice involved one element I was unaware of.
We had walkie-talkies so we could communicate. I went down the hill, I slid sideways, and the front end of the car went in the ditch.
You had walkie-talkies that you were using while you were driving?
We only
Yes
had
is the answer?
Yes.
Illegal. Absolutely illegal. Really, really unsafe. Not only is it illegal, you're a really bad driver. Good drivers can't handle that.
We had to keep in touch. I mean, what if one of us got lost?
People wonder how I don't get frustrated making this show. It gets me really frustrated. If you're really that desperately afraid of getting lost, stop every kilometer and talk about it. But don't drive and use walkie-talkies simultaneously.
Either that or we should have gone with my original idea. Take just his car and have my car towed.
I would do that every single time if I were you guys. I would tow your car all over town with a sign that says, I'm never driving this thing again on it.
Well, I don't think we have to go that far. Are you going to watch my speed?
I'll watch your speed, fine.
Having someone else monitor your speed can go wrong in many ways. This time, oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. Kevin keeps accelerating after reaching 50.
40, 50.
And going over 60 is certain failure on this course.
Whoa! Ah!
On Kevin's second attempt, Lenny tells him when to let go of the gas pedal
40, 50.
and when to let go of the brake.
Let go of the brake.
I did.
Not soon enough, though.
Not soon enough. Damn it.
Kevin is driving today with
30,
2 heads
40, 50.
and 2 feet,
Turn your wheels off the brake.
but no brains.
No. Oh!
Drivers will get 5 chances to pass this challenge, and on each of Kevin's first 4 attempts, he drives too fast, brakes too late, and crashes through the wall.
Brakes, turn. Oh! No! No, no, no! Oh! You kept your foot on the brake.
No, I didn't. I released.
Kevin didn't release the brakes.
He just froze on the brake.
Yeah.
Do the right thing this time, man. You're driving me crazy. Do the right thing, Kevin.
We taught you this last year. We taught you this year.
You put your car in the ditch in between those two events. Show us you're figuring it out, man.
Okay.
Too dramatic? On his final attempt, Kevin again keeps accelerating after Lenny says 50.
40, 50.
And he doesn't touch the brakes until it's too late.
On the brake, off the brake, turn.
So tell us what's at stake here.
If I'm named Canada's worst driver ever, I will hang up my keys. However, I don't think that's going to happen.
You also told me that if the expert said that you should hang up your keys, you would do that.
Yes, you did.
To keep his license, Kevin is now grasping at straws.
Yes, I mean, I can drive. I know I can drive, and I can do it safely. I've proven it.
Not to me, you haven't. Yeah. Not to me, you haven't.
When we come back, the rest of Canada's worst drivers ever. See if they can pass our icy corner challenge.
The next one is the icy corner.
Canada's worst drivers ever
We're going to the mall.
have learned how to handle a corner when they're skidding on ice.
Lock up. Let go to brake. Let go, let go, let go. Here, see how quick the car turned when you let go?
Yeah.
Now they're being tested on that skill. Dale is up next. Icy corner. What did Philippe teach you?
Not icy corners.
Yes, he did. He taught you how to steer out of a skid.
No. He said, we're going 50, we're going to the mall.
On Dale's first attempt, she hits the brake and never releases it.
He didn't let go of the brake.
And on her second attempt, Dale only releases the brake when Danny tells her to.
Let go, let go, let go.
Damn it!
Dale can't remember the icy corner technique.
If she can't remember it, you know, how's she going to be able to put together the skills to drive?
Okay, wait. Brake.
Oh, I don't think she'd be able to handle a two-house paper route.
Release. Look left.
No, no, no.
No.
Brake, look, turn, release.
With Danny constantly coaching her,
More, 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 more. 50.
Dale does what she's told
Turn, turn, turn.
and makes it around the turn.
I did?
Did the lesson stick in Dale's subconscious? Or was Danny responsible for that pass?
It does stick in your subconscious. That's where it's coming from.
Michael once did a 360 on ice while exiting the highway. You did a full spin out on the off-ramp.
Yes.
Today, when Michael heads for our icy corner, I'm expecting another 360-degree spin out or a 720 spin out. But not this. Michael succeeded by not looking at the wall.
Why would I look at the wall? I don't want to go on the wall. I want to go on the road.
Shelby invites me to ride with him.
Ignore the feedback. Go whenever you're ready.
Okay.
On his first attempt, Shelby hits the brakes before reaching the ice. And he hits the gas before leaving the ice.
Ooh.
Whoa. In Calgary, Shelby drives a vehicle that has ABS. And if he's going to stare at obstacles like this, I'm glad.
Uh-oh.
If you're looking at that wall, there's no way your brain's gonna tell your right foot to get off that brake pedal. No way.
Shelby's third attempt is a carbon copy of his second. And attempt number 4 is the same again.
Fifth and final attempt, buddy.
All right.
What are you going to do differently this time?
What Shelby does differently is he goes slower than 50, but he repeats all the other mistakes.
Oh, you went back on the brake, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shelby failed to look where he wanted to go.
Look where I want to go.
Look where you want to go, man. You're not looking where you want to go. You're staring at that wall and panicking.
Yeah.
Sly suffers from something called nonverbal learning disorder. One symptom of that disorder is not being able to judge speeds correctly.
Give her.
And on his first attempt, Sly has no idea that he accelerates past 70k an hour.
3. I didn't let go of the brake fast enough.
Well, one of the challenges with Sly's learning disorder is that he's not able to judge speed.
That's why there's a speedometer in the car.
On his second attempt, Sly goes almost 70 again.
What is going on that I always keep on screwing up?
Fred knows that Sly is speeding, but he stays silent as Sly again accelerates to 70.
Freak! What is going on? Why is that I'm screwing up all the time? Oh, this is annoying.
Me and Fred both know something that's really quite obvious. And it's that if you glance down, just briefly, you'd learn something really dramatic.
What?
Sly learns that I'm talking about the speedometer, but he says he has been looking at it.
Like when I last glanced at this, I was about 40.
But that's one of the things that worries me, is that you don't know the difference between 50 and 80 as the world is going by.
I can do this. I can do this.
Attempt number 4.
Oh, that's fast again.
It sure is.
Okay, brake. Oh, crap. Oh, freak. Oh. Why do I keep on screwing up with this?
You were 60. You're still way too fast.
Oh, okay.
Sly slowly goes over the steps one last time.
Brake. Look. Turn. Release.
Then, while driving, he executes the steps at the same slow pace.
Brake. Look. Turn. Oh, I almost did it.
Sly might be Canada's worst driver ever.
You might as well give me that trophy.
When we come back,
It wasn't hard.
Canada's worst drivers ever face our experts.
You think you should graduate this episode?
I think so.
On this episode of Canada's Worst Driver Ever, the nominees showed us how well they can steer around an icy corner. They demonstrated their parallel parking ability.
So you normally keep driving when you hear crunching sounds?
No.
And their high-speed reversing was put to the test in a reverse 180-degree flick challenge.
Not quite sure what I did wrong there.
Kevin did things wrong on the icy corner and the parallel parking test and the reverse flick.
Whoa!
But
I am a changed man.
the experts and I are now listening to Kevin claim that he's rehabilitated.
You think you should graduate this episode?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Lenny, do you think you should graduate?
No. No, I don't think you should graduate this episode.
Michael wants to graduate this episode, but on the reverse flick challenge, he tried to stop by hitting the gas.
I hit what, on some level, I thought was the brake, and it took me a while to go, oh, wait, wrong pedal. and stop.
And is that the actions of someone who should graduate, in your opinion?
To be honest, I would say probably not.
Dale doesn't want to graduate because, as she puts it, she still doesn't know the parallel parking steps or the icy corner survival steps in her head. But she says,
I will know those things in my head.
let's say you don't. There's only 2 episodes left after this one.
What do you want me to say, Andrew?
I want you to tell me how you adapt.
Well, if you think I'm going to take the bus, no. I'm not.
Sly also says no matter what, he won't start using public transit. Icy corner went how?
Disastrous.
And parallel parking a school bus went how?
Slightly better, but not really much better.
And reversing and then doing a 180-degree spin out went how?
I mean, I kind of ended up in the right position. How I exactly got there is still a little bit of a mystery.
Shelby got a European pass on the bus challenge. And reverse 180 you were fantastic.
Yeah.
You were the best. Come on, take credit.
I know, thanks.
So you did pretty well this episode.
Yeah, I did. I did really well this episode.
Do you think you deserve to graduate?
I think so.
You do?
No.
No way. It's time now for the experts and me to decide who should graduate.
Let's try the short list again.
You want to try it again? Short list, every week with the short list. But for you, my lover, I'll do it. Michael on the short list?
I think so, and I'll tell you why. Icy corner. That's really hard. He nailed it, and that's a real life thing that happens. Did great.
Shelby?
Short list.
Shelby failed the icy corner challenge, but Michael was disastrous on every other test. Still, they're the only 2 people on this episode's graduation shortlist. Well, the pressure's really on now for the nominees of Canada's worst driver ever. Michael, you seemed like the shoo-in. Everybody believed that you would get to go home, but you had a serious fatal flaw in this episode, and that was slamming on the gas pedal when you intended to hit the brake. It's kind of a big deal around here. So, Shelby, buddy, you're the new good news story. All right? You did a 180-degree spin out perfectly, so you are this year's newest graduate.
All right, thank you.
Way to go, buddy. Yeah, way to go. Before coming to rehab back in season 3, Shelby was Canada's most timid driver ever.
I drive like a grandpa.
After receiving all of our lessons that year,
Oh my God, I'm gonna puke on you, man.
he was still super timid on public roads. You're going backwards when there's a green light in front of you.
Yeah, I thought he might need to back up.
During the last 6 years in Calgary, though, Shelby has been driving regularly. And he's had a perfect driving record.
I haven't got a single ticket.
Hey! In rehab this year, Shelby did quite well.
Yeah!
Passing many difficult challenges.
Safe driving, yay!
And when Shelby passes a difficult challenge, it really is a beautiful, fun thing.
Yay!
Not Canada's worst driver ever.
I hope we get out of here before you change your mind.
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Elric, for bringing him. Congratulations to you, too, man. Woohoo! There's only 2 episodes left until we name Canada's worst driver ever.
I'm not going to pretend I was not utterly disappointed.
On the next episode of Canada's worst driver ever. The nominators are horrified to learn that their loved ones will be performing 180-degree handbrake spin-outs. The horror continues in our tight parking lot simulation.
What?
And the horror concludes in the most horrifyingly horrible way imaginable. A limousine slalom.
Oh, that was a disaster.